Alright, folks, forgive me with the lighting. It's not going to be like this the entire. This is actually going to be for the entire video. I'm just here to update over the wild card and see how other teams prefer to, get clinched. Even though it seems like for the AFC, we got some, incredible competitive teams that could be taking up wild card. Because after Baltimore beat the Chargers, Redskins just lost against the Titans. The Titans are now 9-6. Their chances in the hunt is now incredibly close. And all it takes is the Pittsburgh Steelers to lose their final game, even though they're the fourth seed. The Titans have the Colts remaining, and that's a battle for supremacy of the wild card, even though the Titans have a superior record. But it's more concerning to me instead of the excitement, the excitingness that's going into the AFC, because we had a bunch of teams hit winning streaks. The Colts were an improving offensive team with David with a good tight end for the Colts, and of course Andrew Luck's amazing comeback season after a long time injury for like two seasons he missed. Either way, that was incredible. Anything else we got? We got the Vikings that are the lowest record. They're only 7-6-1. Chances of them losing the wild card spot is just a game away. They have, I think, yes. Yeah, they got the Lions and Bears remaining. The only difficulty there is that one of them are division rivals. Actually, no, both of them were division rivals, and they got two division games remaining, and one of them is a division leader in already clinched playoffs. And the Eagles just have to go through the Texans and the Redskins, one of the two competitive teams, even though the Redskins are injury prone and kind of missed their shot. While we know they're going to get eliminated from playoffs. And the Panthers as well. The Panthers, oh yikes. They're 6-8. So yes, a few big teams remaining. My opinion, I think the Eagles could come back depending if their team could actually play like they did against the Rams. Because literally hearing from a lot of Eagles fans, that was the best football they ever played for a majority of the season. Because of course Carson Wentz is out. No, I don't think so. I think I got that confused for Cam Newton. I think Carson Wentz is also out. Uh, Pretty much this is a really more threatening playoffs. Browns were in the race, but they got eliminated off their last game. Even though they got the Bengals in one more game. Congrats for the Ravens. I think they got one more game remaining. If they do that, they clinch. They clinch a 9-10. They clinch a 10-6. Anything else as a good comeback season after the Bengals ruin your shot for wild card for years. Even though the Bengals kind of shoot themselves in the leg whenever they make it to the wild card round. So you can't have anything in the AFC North anymore. The Steelers have an aging but promising team, but they keep coming up short in championship games. The Ravens fall to mediocrity as soon as 2014 from 13 to 14 ended. The Browns hasn't been shit since they were called the Baltimore Browns. That wasn't even good. And the Bengals, I can't say. Anything else? Congrats on the Ravens win against the Chargers. Really not that competitive. There was a lot of drop balls during the Chargers game. It was a low-scoring one, in fact, and there was two boring games last night on Saturday. So all I'm betting for is if the Eagles that are the closest to keep on gunning, because they need to keep it alive. They're Super Bowl champ, so why not can't I gun for the former champions? You need to. They have to be an online favorite. They don't have that much. They don't have that much traded. They still have Alshon Jeffries. Still have Corey Clements as an exceptional running back. They still got Zach Ertz. They still have a pretty decent secondary, one of the most notable secondary in the league, but they're not doing well at all. These guys let anything through. There's been so much climb to judgment over their defense for a majority of the season, and just now, they're trying to feel like, oh, we need to keep ourselves alive as a threat in the Super Bowl and the playoffs. Obviously, I don't see any of these teams making it to the NFC Championship if it's the Cowboys or the Vikings or the Seahawks that have more experience in the postseason. That's about it. That's it. That's what's coming out of the wild card. The most threatening pieces in the wild card are either the Cowboys and the Seahawks. I love the Bears, but they're a young team, and the Vikings have been inconsistent most of the season. I don't see this coming up to play, but it's really going to be impossible. The Saints and Rams are just going to end their season playing children. All they have is the Cardinals and 49ers for the Rams, and the Saints have just two competitive ass games against the Panthers and Steelers, but that doesn't seem to be an issue anymore at all. None of these teams for the rest of the season have to, threat, except the Steelers got a threat because they're only 8-5. They're only a few games behind to clinch wild card. The only team to do that was, of course, the Chargers because of their incredible winning streak, and they're a really good team. Chargers have been overshadowed because the Texans have been doing well. They had a 9-game winning streak, and of course, the Chiefs have been one of the most high octane offenses for the past few years. And Pat Mahomes had an MVP-esque season, so obviously that would be overshadowed to an incredible quarterback from Rivers, Keenan Allen, of course, Melvin Gordon, Joey Bosa, Deontay. I forgot that freaking corner. He was just a rookie last year, but he's doing all right. Anything else, it's an incredible year to be a football fan. And near the end of the season, we know a lot of people are going to come up, a lot of fans, even if you're not a fan of a specific team, they're going to come up to watch the playoffs. Even though for the previous few years, I've been hearing of YouTubers, a few sources, that postseason football has been in the down low in ratings. But anything else, it's the most exciting games, it's the most threatening games, and it's only single elimination, unlike hockey and basketball, that you have a 7-game series and you have games at home, and you have a home court or a home court advantage in certain occasions. So, yeah, all I'm looking at is the wild card clinched and division win is pretty much the Bears. They got this on lock. The Packers, oh my god, dude. Because if we just look at the division title, the only team to win their division come wild card is the Bears. That's pretty much it. So here's the following teams that are eliminated from playoffs in the NFC. The Packers, Falcons, Buccaneers, Lions, Giants, 49ers, and Cardinals. For the AFC, Browns, Broncos, Bengals, Bills, Jaguars, Jets, Raiders. And let me tell you something. The Jaguars have been one of the most inconsistent teams of the following. Their defense, their secondary can be threats. Their offense were the worst in football. Did barely win a game in their division or conference. They were goddamn terrible. Jaguars are about to end their season like at least 5-11. It's a really rough time to be a Jaguars fan, man. And this is off you guys being eliminated. And this is coming off the previous season where you guys were facing the Patriots. Just a field goal? Weren't you guys like a few points away from making it to the Super Bowl in an AFC Championship thriller from a comeback drive from Tom Brady? That's freaking rough. And you guys to just have a mediocre season after this? Oh my god. I feel bad for the Jaguars. Other teams that will not be making the playoffs but consistently made it to the postseason was the Atlanta Falcons. I thought that was the most disappointing team to not make it. A lot of injuries off the defensive side. The rookie receiver was incredible. There were some decent stops by the secondary, but Desmond Trufant can't do it all. And Vic Beasley. That what disappointed me this season. Lions, people had high hopes for Patricia, but he was impressive in a few coaching sides. They relied too much on Matthew Stafford, and that's what ruined their entire momentum. Obviously, it's more competitive than the NFC than the AFC. You can just tell the bad from the worst. So that's pretty much it for the Packers. Jesus. The teams that are still up for the hunt are, of course, the Redskins, Panthers. I think the Panthers are going to get eliminated from playoffs. They're only 6-8. Chances of you guys coming back from that is fucking pointless. What the fuck is wrong with you? Because we know two of them are a division leader. Like, we got 3 division leaders right now. Two of the wild card spots still up for grabs are either the Vikings. That's pretty much it. The Panthers' chances of becoming 8-8 is possible, while the AFC is just a chance to survive. 8-6. Titans have a chance of making it to the wild card yet again, and it's just been rough football for the Titans. Even though you guys just won against the Redskins, that's like beating a varsity team when you guys are like at least Division III in college football. That's still incredibly high. Anything else? This has been a really exciting. It's been a really exciting time. There's been some great football games over the course of the season, and I understand I haven't been doing recent uploads of the NFL season lately. I'll try to be more frequent on that as soon as the postseason starts. So, thanks for watching. It's been a good playoff update.